so under-researched. So we're talking about menopause, perimenopause. Maybe you're in it. Maybe you don't know you're in it and you have questions. We've got Dr. Tamara Beckford here with Truly Balanced Wellness Care. Am I right in saying we don't know nearly as much as we should, knowing that every woman is going to go through this?
Absolutely, absolutely. The thing about menopause, and especially postmenopause, for us women, it is 1/3 of our life, right? And we get all this research that's done on us with our productive and reproductive years, but then the post-productive years is like we're put out to pasture. But right now, the beauty about it is that we're talking about it so much now, and we're finding out that there are ways to support us women through this journey. And I'm really excited about talking this with you.
So tell me what kind of support is out there for women, because there a lot of times you're perimenopausal, you're menopausal, and you don't realize it because it's different for everybody.
Absolutely. So as you mentioned, because it is different for everyone, individualized care and support is so needed. So some of the things that we have out there now is this hormonal replacement treatment, which is the HRT. We're so excited about that because we're finding out that there is a solution and it's safe and it protects not just the women from the symptoms, but it protects our heart, it protects our bones, even the vaginal estrogen that's out there, it protects our vaginal tract, which helps to prevent urinary tract infections, which we know can cause sepsis. And a lot of people die of sepsis, especially in the older population. So it's great to know that all of this is out there to help us women.
And there's been a big recent change with hormone replacement therapy, because for a long while, and my mom always says that, she's like, you know, at the time they were telling us not to do it, and I kind of wish I had at this point. But now they're saying, yes, it is safe if you want to take a look at that as an option. And as you say, it affects other parts of your body.
Absolutely. So when you are in the perimenopausal period, and as you said, like, when does that start? It's around like 35. You can start having some of these changes. You don't necessarily have to have the hot flashes, but you might notice the mood changes. You might notice that you're starting to gain a little bit weight. You're not really feeling yourself. You can start to have some of these discussions with your healthcare provider. And once you get to the phase, especially in the 40s, as women, we are going through it. So at that point in time, you can safely, as long as you are assessing all your risk factors, you can safely start hormonal replacement treatment with a doctor who has gone through the programs and has learned how to assess that. And it doesn't necessarily mean to be only your OBGYN. There are a lot of doctors through the Menopausal Society who are getting the training to help us women.
So how do you know when you should start to, or should you start? Like, do you get tested, you know, for your hormonal levels to find out if you are perimenopausal? Does it matter if you're perimenopausal? Do you have to wait till you're menopausal? There's a lot of questions on my mind right now.
Hey, I love it. So here's the thing about being in a perimenopausal phase. Your hormones are going up and down, up and down. So you might have gotten tested today and everything looks great. Like, all your hormones are great, but you feel crappy, right? And then tomorrow your hormones are down to 0. So during that phase, what we usually do is have women start based on symptoms. And then we make sure that you are testing the hormones so that you're not getting super therapeutic, which means that out of the range that your body normally is. And that's what we, especially with the bioidentical hormones. So that's during the perimenopausal phase. Once you have hit menopause, most of the time you have barely anything in the tank. At that point, though, you more than likely will be on the hormonal treatment, and you can also get your labs done to make sure, as I mentioned, that you're in the therapeutic ranges.
So if you are perimenopausal, how do you know then if you're being tested and you're off the charts, you're on the charts, nobody seems to know? What are some of the symptoms you should say, you know what, no, there is something going on here?
Absolutely. So you might start to notice some mood swings. You might also start to notice some hot flashes, right? Which is the personal summer, as us women like to call it.
My mom calls them power surges.
Oh, I love it. And then you'll also notice that because of that, you're waking up in the middle of the night and you're not getting a lot of rest. And then it starts this cycle. You're not getting a lot of rest. So in the morning and throughout the day, you're very tired, right? And then you start to forget things. You start having the infamous brain fog. During that time, some women also get depressed, and some women also start having anxiety, palpitations. You'll start to go to your doctors to try to get some type of answers. once all of your studies are being done to making sure that, you know, it's not related to heart, it's not related to, like, you know, any neuro symptoms, all of those are negative, more than likely it is perimenopause.
So there are, you know, as I'm asking the questions, I know there are ladies at home, they're like, oh, I've got a question too. I want to learn more. So you actually have a workshop coming up.
Absolutely. So we have a workshop that's coming up at the Langham Creek YMCA. That's on Queenston and Loganbower Drive. And I'm having it on December 19th, 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. And we are here to answer all our ladies' questions. I want them to be able to navigate this menopause with confidence.
Yeah. And so tell me kind of some of the things that are happening during the workshop.
So during the workshop, we're going to answer some of these same questions. Am I going through menopause? What is menopause? What is perimenopause? What are some ways, this weight gain, how can I safely get rid of this weight? How does the hormone affect me? Am I a candidate for hormone therapy? All of that, we'll be able to answer that during that and let people, especially our women, know that there is support out there for them.
Yeah, well, and especially too, just being in a room full of women, you're all going to be at different phases, different kind of experiences, and so you can talk about that with each other. Thank you so much for walking us through that. And I know our ladies have a lot of questions, so that workshop is just up their alley.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Dr. Beckford. Appreciate
My pleasure.
Thank you, Lena Ann. Thank you, Dr. Bedford. Switching gears here.